For game collectors visiting Tokyo, Super Potato is legendary. Nestled in a side alley, down a nondescript hallway and up a very narrow set of stairs, this retro game shop is stuffed with old video games. You won't find many deals in Super Potato, but you will see very rare items and common games at not unreasonable prices. Even if you don't buy anything, it's fun to walk around and look at all of the boxes and cartridges lined up. Most of the time they look nothing like what came out in America. Let's see what they have for sale. 2016 celebrated the 30th anniversary of the Famicom disk system, so interest is at an all-time high. Notorious for broken drive belts, these repaired systems are priced at $65 each. Produced by Sharp, the twin Famicom combines the disk drive unit with the base Famicom console into one box. They can be very expensive, especially with a working drive, so $140 for these units isn't terrible. Meanwhile, the AV Famicom, highly sought after for its composite video, is priced loose at $120 or $180 in the box. A faster version of the slow-loading Neo Geo CD, the CD-Z, is hard to find, even harder to locate complete in box. It's no surprise this is $500. Over the last few years, video game collecting has become so popular that almost everywhere in Akihabara is running out of games. Even Super Potato has had to cover its declining stock with new video game merchandise. Here you'll find the Genesis section, though in Japan it's called the Mega Drive. These stacked Model 1 units cost $60 each. On the bottom shelf are Master System adapters for $100 and a loose CD add-on for $200. In the corner is the PC Engine section. Core graphics consoles priced at $80 are actually quite reasonable these days, though $250 for the Uncommon Shuttle variant might be pushing it. This Turbo Duo is $150, but it may as well be junk. It already has sound issues, so it needs immediate capacitor replacement. It would be better if it had the manual, but this boxed Super Graphics is priced at a reasonable $230. Higher up on the shelf are boxed PC Engine variants from the Core Graphics 2 to the Duo R and RX, all priced astronomically high. This sample of the first Mega Man game has a range of prices in the bottom left corner. Some shops will vary the price depending on the game's condition, but expect even the lowest graded Japanese game to look a lot better than the average game you'll find in America. In Mega Man's case, the price goes from $53 to $60 for the loose cartridge, or you could buy it in the box for $400. We got it as Super Mario 2, but to Japan it's Super Mario USA, and the complete copy is $36. Streets of Rage might be my favorite series for the Genesis, and it must be popular with everyone else since Streets of Rage 2 is $43, and number 3 goes for as high as $150. This shelf is all Mega Drive shooters featuring Thunder Force 2 through 4, and they're all just a little bit more than I'd like to spend. This sample of Radiant Silvergun says complete copies are sold out, but you can buy one without the case for $100. You can even buy new sealed copies of old games. The copy of Link to the Past on the left is going for $500. Although it is missing the phone cable, this near-complete 64-disc drive starter kit with 9 games is almost $1,000. Why not spend $350 on the Japanese version of Batman Forever for the Mega Drive, or $280 on Judge Dredd? These neatly stacked Super Famicoms will play your American Super Nintendo games with an adapter. These consoles vary in price depending on the condition, so you can pick one up for $35, though I don't think they come with AV or power cables. You could also buy this very yellowed American Super Nintendo console for $200, or an NES at the same price. The Atari Lynx received a limited release in Japan, so they can be much more expensive than their American versions. This one, with a scratched up screen, is $200. Sonic Wings 3 for the Neo Geo was never released in America, though a production prototype reportedly sold for $30,000. The Japanese version can be bought for as little as $750. Super Potato knows that many foreigners come in looking for old games, and it will price its games to match that demand. Although significantly cheaper than Earthbound, a boxed version of Mother 2 is $75. It's not a rare game by any means, and can be found quite cheaper elsewhere. This copy of the rare Fire Emblem Thrakia 776, however, is not unreasonable at $150. These Super Nintendo cartridges are much more fairly priced, with Super Mario World for $25 and Mario Kart for $20. Locked away in a wooden case are unpriced Atari games, extremely rare in Japan. I don't even want to know how much these cost. I've been visiting Super Potato for about 4 years now and seen its supply plummet and its prices rise. It's neither the cheapest nor the most expensive shop in Akihabara, but its cultivated atmosphere makes it an essential stop for any retro gamer visiting Tokyo. If you have the time, make sure to shop around. The game you want is always cheaper somewhere else. Thanks for watching, and mahalo.